Well, Hal here with more space engineers. Yay! And today we are going to start working on the base a little bit. As you can see, we've done a little bit of work since the last time. We went ahead and put in the stairs. We've got our ore detector and antenna online. And we've got a little bit of framework. But today we're going to build out off of this edge here. We're going to have a launch pad for a some kind of scout or little I don't know, shuttlecraft maybe. And then over here we're going to build out an actual hangar bay for a ground-based rover so that we can get out and start looking for some resources and hopefully get some mining going. But like I said before, first we have to get started. So let's go. Alright, so what we've been doing is one of the things that we did is we went ahead and flipped our medical bay around so that we could actually have everything. So when you come in from either side, because if you're coming up this way, you're coming in from the hangar area. If you're coming up this way, you're going to be coming in from the landing pad. And figured it'd be nice to be able to just tap in right away, pick up whatever you need as far as research, energy, health, you know, usual stuff. Now, I believe we have Mr. Coffee in here. Yes, we do. Okay, so we'll end up being able to put a Mr. Coffee down in the actual hangar. So we'll have a second spawn point and basically just a health and energy regen. Now the thing with Mr. Coffee is there's no connectors, so since there's no connectors we can't actually have him pipe in oxygen and hydrogen. Those we have to still get from other ways. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and get our get our door going here. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and grab parts for these two because I want to get this working and we want to get this working. Now what I want to do is get this upper area sealed off so that we can basically have it set up as a secure area for atmosphere, so that we'll be able to come in and, you know, take the helmet off and relax a little bit. So that's welded up. This is welded up. I'm probably going to need to put some lights in. Go ahead and get this going. Spin it around just because. Okay. Now over here, what we did is we went ahead and put in a second refinery. As you can see, we've got the yield modules on it. They are fully upgraded. And we've got a little bit of a walkway, and what I'm thinking is that when we're ready to put in the third refinery, we'll get that refinery set up, and then I'm thinking maybe do a storage silo out here, or even a like a flight control tower of some kind, so that it's over here away from the main base, and maybe have like 2 more large cargo containers, and then have stairs that wrap around and up to a spot up here that's maybe, say, 5 or 6 blocks above the rest of the base. But that's down the road. We're not to that point yet. We still need to find some iron. Now, one of the things that I do want to do is we're going to do this. And I'm going to put in a second cryopod. Let's go ahead and get that going. Now, we're not going to worry about finishing it yet. I just want to have it in place. And then we're going to get a door. We're just going to use a regular door for this. Alright. And because I don't have the conveyor air vents in, we're going to do a conveyor, or just a conveyor block right there. And we're going to put a vent in. We can get the door out of there. We'll put the air vent in here, and that way this room will be pressurized with its own vent. This one, I think we're just going to go ahead and put the vent right here. There you go. and then we'll have that set up like so. And I'm thinking we're gonna do, actually let's do this. And then that will let us have windows over here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may take the batteries out another block or two. I haven't decided yet. So then we'll have windows on this block, have it go up, and have that come over at some point and seal that in. And then over here we'll probably do something, I don't know. We could do that. Basically just do that and that. And what I'm thinking here is that we just have that come over. And then here we'll go something like this, I'm thinking. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Actually, do I want to do that? What windows do I have? I don't know which windows I have installed. I don't have anything with a corner window. Okay. I mean, what I could do is take these two out. So if we went something like what we did on the other side, flip these over, and we put the window here, we'd be able to put another window here on the corner. That might work, actually. And what we do is just say something like that. So you have a window here, window on that block facing outward. On this block, basically on this side. And then over here you would have two windows there, or a large double-sized window here. Alright. So I think that's going to work. Yeah, that should work nicely. And then that gets us mostly where we need to be as far as this whole thing is concerned. Yes. I mean, I could even do an angled window there, take that out. That could be interesting. We'll leave it like that. Alright. Now, what I'm thinking about for the landing bay, or for the hangar, or the landing pad, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, I need girders. Girders. Someone bring out the iron brew. It's made from girders. Alright, go ahead and grab this. We're gonna go here like so, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. What's that? 4, 5, 6. And then, do we want... How do we want to do this? See, I'd love to have it basically like that, I think. Let's go this way with it. Yeah, we'll do that, because then we can do this where we bring this in, out like there. We go 2, so the first one's going to be a wash. 2, 3. So if we go 3 to either side, make it 7 wide. Right. What's that? That's 5, 6, 7. Alright. Alright, so the reason why we're doing it this way, and we actually don't need the lower piece, because I was thinking about having a row of regular armor blocks under it, but I'm not going to need to do that. Now what I may do is move the small reactor that we have right there out, move the ore detector somewhere, and then have it piped so that it runs, so we'll have a piping system over to here, and we'll have a connector over on this side, probably on closer to this end. And then what that'll allow us to do is to set up a system. Actually, I may as well go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and set that up now. If we do... Now, I guess we could just go ahead and leave that like we were going to. Let's grab our connector really quick. We don't need an air vent. We'll just grab that. And you know what I might do? Let's style this up a little bit. So we do that. Can I still? Oh, I can still. Okay. So if we do that, we can then come over this way with... Let's
Fuel low.
let's go recharge really quick. Turn that off so we're not blinding ourselves. There. So now, actually, you know what? Let's just jump in here really quick so I can go ahead and we'll refill our hydrogen. I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab both hydrogen bottles out, because we're going to be in and out a lot if I don't. So, right. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and get this piece done, was so that we could do that. All right. Now, do I want to do... So what I'm trying to decide is, do I want to do a connector here, or do I want to have it come in one? Screw it. We'll put it there. Oh. Right. And then you are going to go straight through. Actually, you know what? Damn it. Alright. What I need to do is I'm going to need to take all this back out for a second, because I forgot to put a sorter in. So what we want is a sorter block. Let's grab that really quick. And I don't need the walkways right now. Oh. Alright, let's grab the appropriate sorter block. Alright, so you are sorter. You're a conveyor, and then we'll put the connector. This means the connector moves in one, that's fine. It's actually probably a little bit better to have it that way, but And now we'll do this. Now what that allows us to do, for those who don't know what that sorter block is, we can actually set up blacklists and whitelists for what can get through that the connector here on the side. and it only allows things to travel in one direction. So what we'll do is we'll set this to collect all, but blacklist or whitelist only stone. So when you connect either here or on the where we'll have the garage set up, if you connect to either system, it'll basically pull all the stone out of the system and then spit it out over here. Once everything is done, we'll come back and, you know, make it all look all nice and pretty and everything. But for now, it's serving a very basic purpose. And we're going to go hangar blocks. Or not hangar blocks, we want blast doors. And I've had people ask, why do I use the blast doors instead of heavy armor? Because the blast doors only require steel plates. Now the heavy armor is nice because it keeps it all on one level. You don't have this little offset like you do with the blast doors, but blast doors, like I said, are just iron to make. Makes them much more convenient. And for me, ultimately, much more useful. Alright. Auto rotate keeps getting turned on because I have my selector for that and my activation on the same button, which at some point I will get around to remapping. I just really haven't yet. So, alright, so now we have a landing pad with everything set up to be piped in. Like I said, we're going to have to move the ore detector there. Alright. So I'll probably go ahead and move that and the reactor off camera because it's just, that's going to be tedious. But now that we have that set up, we're going to want this. How many blocks do I have? I have 400. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the garage open that way. How many blocks is this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3, 4, 6, 11. That gives me 9. And basically, because this is going to be closed in on both sides, that's going to go up, I don't know, like 4 or 5 blocks most likely. And then that'll be walled into somewhere probably about here. We'll have a doorway here. And then this will be a wall. This is probably going to be a wall back here. I might put a little footpath out here. I haven't decided yet. And then we'll have this wall over here as a wall as well. Alright, and you're going to be here. You can come out of there. Alright. Yes. Now if we bring that back, that should match up, right? And yes, I am on the ground, so if we get a Terminator spawn, we're going to get swarmed. Okay. Now the question is do I want to have a reinforced floor, or am I really worried about it? I don't think I'm really going to be worried about it because I'm not planning on bringing any flying craft in here. This is just going to be for ground-based vehicles. And you are going to be there. Alright, and then you are not. Okay. Now, do I want to do... Now, one of the things that I do want to have is going to be to have this thing set up with the force field hangars. So if we do... So what I'm thinking here is, do we have it set so that it goes up 2, 3. Okay, let me check something here, because these are 5 by 1, 5, 3, 6, 7. So we can get up to 7. I think we're going to put the 7s in. Alright, so that's going to be... I'm going to put 1 in this way, just so we can see where we need to be to get over this. And we want you. Alright, and then if we go like this, actually, how about if we do this instead? And then we go because now that we know where that is, oh, that is perfect, actually. Because that is exactly what I wanted it to do. Nice. Alright. So now we're going to basically repeat on this side. That's going to be a lot of iron. We want you, and then we're going to go like so. And basically what this is going to allow us to do is to get, you know, a nice structure here. I don't do much with like this often, so I figured it would be kind of cool to just have a little bit of fun with it, since, you know, it is a game. We should be having fun with it, right? Marry you. Okay, now basically all I need to do is fill in the rest of this, and then we will need to pipe in some things on the other side so that we can get cargo in here. So we have active cargo connection, or I should say active inventory connection. All right, and a couple more. Yes, I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. So once these things are actually done, like once we have them fully assembled and everything powered on, this will actually become airtight. So we'll be able to have the hangar pressurized. And I think we're just going to go ahead and do this for now, just to start getting an idea of what this is going to, how much room this is going to need. It's going to take a lot of blocks. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to time lapse the rest of this hangar. I'm going to get this whole thing at least laid out today, and see about getting it piped in for the cargo connections. So yeah, so sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy.
is said. If you give love, you get love in return. If you only knew you had so many bridges left to burn. You put your trust in all that wealth. You measure all in what you own. You don't worry about your health, but you do fear being left alone. You may double your guards, but no one really knows about your house of cards that the wind blows. I was always by your side, and it's time to set it straight. No more talk about your fast life. If you want it, then you have to wait. I see your every flaw. I see your home made out of straw while the wind blows. No, you cannot change. Oh no, you cannot change. Yeah, you can change your ways. A secret well kept, but everyone knows. You try to keep it so still, but the wind blows. Oh, the wild wind blows. We are the children of the world.
And we're back. So, that is a whole lot of building. So, we've used how much? I don't know, about 700, 800 plates just building this piece. Oh, that is a crazy amount of metal being used. Alright, and I'm thinking, now that we've got that figured out, I'm wondering, can we... kind of wanting to go through one of the columns, I think. Wait, let's get to the other side really quick. So what I'm trying to figure out here is which way do we want to go to get the piping done. So I could pipe it from here straight across. But it means the block would stick out a little bit. Or we could do just like a very quick dog leg, so it's a 90 to 90, and then take it through here, which I think is what I want to do. So we'll take it through there. I thought I had some conveyors in there, but that's okay. So if we do the conveyor there, we would basically have it set up like this, flip it over, and flip it through. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the way we're going to go with it. Make sure the T600s don't show up. So did you like have that surprise the hell out of me while we were in there building it? Turn around and there was a Terminator charging me. All right. So I think that is going to get us where we mostly want to be. Now the catch with this is going to be, where are we going to pipe it in for everything else? Like, where do we want to have the connectors? Do we want one connector, you know, and have it set up so, like on a piston or something, where we can basically route it wherever we need it to? Or are we going to do multiple pistons, or multiple connectors, and have it set up so that we can do different sized vehicles? Given the size of this place, I'm thinking it might make sense to have it set up for multiple, at least short term. Yeah, because what I'm thinking here is if we go... Man, I would really like to have different... See, if I had the conveyor air vents in here, I could put an angled vent in and then have the pipe go up. If I do that there, let's go. So what I'm thinking here is we end up with, say, 2 tanks here. And set them up just for basically, well, actually we won't even have to depressurize this place because those things will keep it pressurized even with the doors open. But it does give us a reason to have air tanks out here. Alright, I'm going to throw this one out to you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Should we have it set up with multiples across the back here, maybe at different heights? Or should we set it up with the idea of we're just going to do basically one rover build that we will end up using? Because we can always come back and modify it. So yeah, let me know what you think. Throw it down in that comments section below. And I think we're going to go ahead and call this one here. It's been a bit longer than normal. even with the time lapsing. I'm going to go ahead and finish getting the roof on this place, even if it's not welded up, because this is a whole lot of blocks. And then what that will allow us to do is when we come back next time, we'll be able to work on the rover and see if we can get something out and about, so we can start looking for ores and material that we still need. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. If you haven't done so already, want to see more, or just want to do something nice for me, hit that subscribe button. Not only will it keep you up to date with the latest goings on around here, lets me know that you're enjoying the content, and well, you know, like I've said before, it really does help the channel to grow, and it is greatly appreciated. On that note, I'm out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Okay, we really need to find some iron so that we can start getting this stuff welded up.